and we're live. It says we're live.
And we're live.
We're live. All right, 6 seconds. That was fast. Let me wash my hands.
What's up, everyone? I'm gonna post this to my story.
Oops, I just took the whole thing of paper towels.
Do we have anyone in? Not yet. I'm live on my phone. That was weird.
You're live on your phone? Are you trying to get on?
No, I'm gonna post on my to tune in. Share posts and stories. All right, cool. We in this. What's up, everyone? Chef Sam.
Rosa.
Thanks for tuning in on this awesome episode of Ask Rosa. 4th of July. I hope everyone had a good 4th. Welcome to summer where it's hot down here in the valley. But I thought it would be cool to do something obviously fresh. That's kind of what we promote here at FoodLink, using all the vegetables we can that we can find at the farmer's market, the supermarket, or wherever you get your vegetables at. Fresh or frozen, we encourage you to use any vegetable you have in your house. This one's a really fun one because it's based off of corn, and it is corn season. And if you're in the area, corn is like everywhere. So jump on it. If you see a little corn stand at your corner lot somewhere in town, pick up some corn and try it out. Those dudes are growing it for us. But other than that, how you doing, Rosa?
I'm doing great. How are you doing?
I'm doing good. Have you cooked anything good for this summer? 4th of July. What have you cooked? Just one thing.
I haven't done much cooking.
Family time.
Yes.
Okay, so the pan situation is going to be pretty simple. We're going to be using any type of pan in this application. If you want to use nonstick, you're more than welcome to. I like using the cast iron pans. That just get a better color, better sear. You're going to want to season your pan. And if you've watched Quick Tips with Chef Sam, I taught you guys how to season a pan. I'll go through it every single time, though.
It's been your dad.
Yes.
He just said, hey.
Hey, Dad. Seasoning your pan is important, especially if you're using sticky pans or stainless steel, because there is no coat. So you're going to want to get that oil acclimated to the heat. Don't over smoke it, which it means burning your oil, and just let it rest and kind of do its thing. In that time, I'll talk about the ingredients. We're doing a kind of a play on like a chicken dip. I found this recipe online and I thought it was really cool. It was in a dip form. Oh. And I was like, I like that, but I also like tacos. So why not make it in a taco form? It's kind of the same thing.
I mean, who doesn't like tacos?
Right. I love tacos. So we have some chicken breast that's diced up in about 1/2 inch size. You're going to find the breast to be thick. Cut that long ways and make planks. Cut those into strips and then cut those into squares. The easiest way to do it is find a knife you're comfortable using, find a cutting board and a straight surface. You don't want to have any kind of curve and you don't want to be uncomfortable with your knife. Just salt, pepper, oil, and just let it rest. You can add chili, cumin, oregano, whatever spices you want to use, you can add to this recipe. I just like to go basic to let you know that you can explore your spice cabinet and just use whatever you feel is comfortable.
And sometimes the more simple the seasoning, yes, you bring out much more of the flavors than the other ingredients.
Yes, that is true. Okay. So you're going to look for, I don't know if you guys can see this, but I'm going to show you as much as I can. You're going to want to look for the oil to be nice and loose and fluid, kind of flying. You're not going to like fly it around, but you want it to see it move a little bit. And that's how you know you're creating that coat on the bottom of your skillet. And just work that on a low medium heat for right now. Rosa, can you give me some tongs?
Oh, yeah.
I forgot my tongs. Again, you don't have to use chicken. You can use fish. You can use beef. You can use shrimp. You can just use vegetables like squash or eggplant to substitute the chicken. But either way, you're going to just want to cut them all the same size so they cook the same.
If you want to go for, if you don't want chicken, but you want something that's full of protein, you can always do shrimp.
Yes. And I'm just going to throw down the chicken evenly in the pan. You want to hear the sizzle. If you don't hear the sizzle, stop and let your pan come up to heat. If you're feeling too much sizzle, which is kind of like the most common thing, you're just going to want to, as soon as you put your chicken down, you're going to just want to turn your pan low just a tiny bit and just help balance that, because there's going to be a shock from the cold chicken to the hot pan, and you're the only way that you're going to drive to control that. So temperature control is super important too.
If you're smoking and burning up, just take it off the heat.
Yes. Yeah, pretty much. Like I said, it's just going to be nice squares. In this pan, I'm going to start getting it seasoned with just a little bit of olive oil, not a lot. This is where we're going to be cooking our tortillas. Please cook your tortillas.
Did you want?
Yes. I didn't bring my utensils. I'm not ready. But please cook your tortillas. Don't microwave them. Spend some time seasoning them. A little bit of oil, a little bit of salt, if you want.
Don't ever.
Please. From us to you, show love to your tortillas.
You'd be surprised in the texture and flavor.
Yes.
Tortillas are so simple, but you can affect them in so many ways depending on how you cook them.
Right. So as you can tell, like my pan was a little too hot. Right off the gate, you can tell that the oil was splashing a little aggressively. So I turned my pan to just a little bit lower, like I recommend. Now that everything's moving, there's not anything sticking, you're safe to turn up your pan back to medium high. If you're using a non-stick pan, you're probably not going to have this problem because there's no stick. But with these pans, you're going to want to control that. And now that everything's coated, I'm going to get some char, get some color on that, and start working that just little by little. Don't be too worried about it. You know, you're going to learn how to manipulate your pan. But in the meantime, we have some awesome vegetables I want to talk about. First off is the corn. And I know Rosa has some awesome facts about corn.
So corn is actually very, very rich in fiber. The only problem with corn is the high starch, and that can really raise blood sugar. Mm-hmm. So you have to eat it in moderation. But corn isn't necessarily bad for you. So enjoy it.
Yes. And please get it from the farmer's market if you can. They come in different shapes and colors and sizes. It's not like what you see at the store where it's just so uniform. No. You can find so much variety out there if you just explore. And even if you can't find yourself at the farmer's market, get corn. And if you can't get it fresh, get it frozen.
Yeah. And then honestly, the canned corn and fresh corn, there's not much of a difference in nutritional value. Just rinse off your canned corn to take away that excess sodium and preservatives it might contain.
Yes. Yes. And if you have any questions, ask Rosa. And if you need any tips, quick tips with Chef Sam. So we also have some awesome avocado. Avocado is just like the most amazing clean fat that you can add to any dish. Texture, though.
Texture, it's just very creamy. It's actually been compared to butter.
Yes. And
avocado is basically a superfood. I know my boyfriend calls it the green gold.
The green gold.
The green gold. Just because there's so much in it. You know, it's really healthy fat that's actually good for you to lower the cholesterol levels. Mm-hmm. It's rich in potassium, vitamin C, E, K, fiber, antioxidants. It even contains like 4 grams of protein.
Wow, I didn't know it had protein in there.
It has protein.
That's cool. So it really is a superfood because not only is it going to help keep you healthy, it's also going to help you stay full longer because simple fats like avocado, they burn slower in your metabolism as opposed to like French fries, something that's very high in fat, salt, you know, all that. So you might not like avocado in the beginning. It might take, like my wife in the beginning was kind of like, but in a moderation, you throw a little clip of slices here and there, or like what I just made was just an avocado crema, which is literally just avocados mashed up with sour cream and a little bit of lemon. You can use it as a spread. You can use it as for mayonnaise. You can
eat it.
You can just eat it. You can have it with chips. And I wanted to kind of show you guys that it doesn't always have to just be avocado. You can manipulate it and make it to your liking. You don't have to eat things you don't like, but I encourage you to eat avocado.
If you're not big on avocado, really try it little by little, because avocado is not an overpowering taste. So depending how you pair it and what you put it in, it's more of a texture. You just get used to the creamy texture.
Yes. Well, I have a little bit of real news in this, that my chicken didn't brown as much as I wanted it to, and that's okay. But what I should have done was use a bigger pan or did it in batches. So we live and learn. You're going to get the same results. It's still going to taste amazing. But color, I like color. That's a preference.
And that has to do because of the water content in the chicken, right?
Yes, yes. So you might want to pat dry your chicken breast before cutting them, or let them kind of sit out on a paper towel and dry itself out. But either way, it's going to be good.
Yeah, and how he said to use a bigger pan, what that does is that you give it more surface area for that liquid to evaporate, and then you get that brown on your chicken.
Yes. If this was chicken thighs, I would cook it longer, because dark meat can handle cooking longer, but chicken breast, unfortunately, you don't want to overcook it. You don't want it to dry out. But now that I'm talking about that, I'm getting the sizzle I want.
Oh yeah.
Now it's
and
on.
It smells great.
Now that the pan's on the spot, it's doing its job. Look at that. But yeah, so I'm just gonna take it off. It's not what I want, but it's okay. You don't have to be so hard on yourself when things don't turn out the way it's gonna be. But I'm gonna take it out, put it into a separate container.
Not the same one.
Not the same one, please.
So if you notice, he used different tongs, and it's a different container.
Yes.
You don't want to cross-contaminate.
No, please. But I am going to continue using this pan. We're going to drop it down to heat just a little bit, and then we're going to add in our corn. We're going to save some space on the side for our roasted jalapenos, because I love jalapenos.
And if you want it a little bit more spicy, but you don't want to change like the measurements of everything we're using, try serrano peppers.
Yes.
Those peppers are, even though they're smaller and more thin, they're very, very spicy compared to jalapenos.
Yes. And if you're a spice, I'm a spice. I love spice. Explore, buy one pepper at a time. You'll find out that serranos are a lot harder than jalapenos. So don't buy the same amount of jalapenos you would for serrano, because it would not turn out. So I'm just cooking the corn in there, just steaming it. It was raw. I shaved it right off of the ear itself, and I just kind of want to soften it up just a little bit and just help pick up all that seasoning from the chicken. At this point, once you see a little bit of char, you can turn off your pan, because the jalapenos are going to choke us out if they continue cooking like this. Add in a little bit of garlic.
That happened to me last time.
Really?
Remember, I was coughing and I had to walk away.
That's right. Dude, it was bad. And here it comes.
Oh, I see a comment. What is on the menu for today? So Chef Sam, those of you that have just got on our live, Chef Sam is making some chicken tacos with the corn salsa.
Yes.
And it smells great in here.
So I just have the smallest amount of water, just like, what is this, maybe like 1/8 of a cup. And I'm just going to deglaze where all that char, where I wanted to be on my chicken, it's not going to be on my corn. And that's going to be fine, because it's still going to turn out really good. And cooking is, even for me after 10 years, I still learn. And I still kind of like find myself in like, oh man, I should have done this or I should have done that. It's normal. Don't stress too much about it.
Who knows? Maybe if you do something that you didn't want to do, you didn't expect it, it might turn out even better. You're
Yes.
like, oh, now I know for next time.
Yes, exactly. All right, so I'm just going to move out these jalapenos. I'm going to continue cooking them, but the corn is done. You can see that it's translucent. You don't want to overcook it. And what I'm going to do, which is a little unorthodox, and a lot of people kind of, well, you should cool it down, or you should do it this way, you should do it this way. I made us just a fresh salsa or pico, and I'm just going to straight up add the corn and all this liquid into my salsa.
So it's just Brooklyn? is giving a shout out saying that you're an amazing chef. They've had the opportunity of working with you.
Oh, yeah, Winty Winery, Brooklyn. Hey, Brooklyn. Thanks for tuning in. I appreciate that. It's all simple cooking here.
And he is an amazing chef. I live for this.
Thank you, Rosa. Once a month, Rosa gets it. So I just added the hot corn directly into the cold pico, and I'm just going to let it chill. And it's going to help cool itself down. It's going to help infuse all that flavor from the pan, from the corn into the tomatoes. And I can already tell you eyeballing it already. And again, this is another thing for chip and dip, and just add chicken on top of that. So if you didn't want to have tacos per se, you can just throw this all in a bowl and eat it like that. It'd be just as good.
Now, if you're worried about the corn and the salsa, the corn's going to give it a little bit of sweetness.
Yes.
So
yes. So if you're playing with your serranos and it's too spicy, this actually might help balance out that little sweet. But there it is. Very simple corn salsa, regular pico. If you want to buy it in the jar, buy it in the jar. If you want to go to Vallarta and buy the pre-pack, go ahead. Whatever's easier for you. I know we have our day-to-day life, and sometimes it's not always easy to make food. Find what's convenient for you, but buy fresh as much as you can. And if you're interested in learning how to cut up things, you can find an episode on Quick Tips where I show you how to cut up a bell pepper, different ways to cut it up. I talk about different things, different ways that you can work around your vegetable. And knife safety is obviously the most important part of all that.
If that's something you're interested in, he's actually showed us how to do bell pepper, Brussels sprouts, onion, garlic, even a chicken, how to properly cut up a chicken.
Yes. So I'm just throwing these jalapenos back in the pan. The pan's hot. It's on warm. If I had time to throw them on the barbecue or get them nice and soft and charred and roasted, that's perfect. But I don't want to be outside because it's 104. No one needs to be barbecuing right now. So I'm just going to let them hang out, and we'll enjoy them as is. It's all good. I could throw the chicken in with the jalapenos.
Yeah.
I could. It's not like it will hurt it. So I'm throwing the cooked chicken back in with the roasted jalapenos, and we're just going to let this marinate and just let it hang out. And that's life. It's just experimenting. It doesn't always have to turn out the way you thought. I didn't think it was going to turn out this way, but I'm happy to do it because it just shows not everything's perfect, and that's okay. All right, so we have our salsa made. We have our chicken chilling with some jalapenos in there. We got our fresh avocado. We got our avocado crema. Fresh lemon. We wanted to talk about lemon over limes, though. And I know Rosa's got some facts about lemons and limes.
So in the recipe, we were going to use limes, but when I went to the store, they had, when you're picking your limes, avoid the ones that are very brown, very dry looking, because they're going to give you the least amount of juice, and the juice is going to be very bitter. So I ended up going with lemons. And the difference, nutritionally, there's almost no difference between lemons and limes. You're going to find the difference in the flavor. Lemons are going to tend to be just a little bit more sweeter than the limes.
Yes. And if you can't find them, don't worry. This is us telling you it's okay to use lemon if you can't find lime. You're not going to have that much of a difference, especially when you're cooking fresh. You're going to have a lot of other things going on, and I don't think citrus is going to make or break your dish, whether it's lemon or limes.
And one of the reasons I wasn't too worried was because all of Chef Sam's recipes are recipes that you can change and adjust to whatever you have in the kitchen.
Yes, and I don't want you to think just because you don't have that, you can't make it. Just like what we're doing today, this is a perfect example of real cooking. It just turns out that you just move ahead and keep moving forward. And look at, as much as I thought the chicken was bunked, I'm starting to get color on it. So I took a second to take a breather and just realize that there was something that I didn't want. And now look at, I'm getting the result. Awesome. All right. So I think we're good to let this chill like this. I'm going to lower the heat, let it continue cooking a little bit. I think we should do something with some citrus real quick though. Okay. Maybe some lemon. Maybe. I think so. Yeah. Maybe some fresh garlic. Maybe just a little bit more.
You can never have too much garlic.
No. And this smells amazing. I wish you guys were here with us. All right. So this pan, I got a little bit of oil in it. I think we could probably use a little bit more. We have some on the side right here. And we're going to cook our tortillas, dude. And we're going to get we're just going to get them warm, and we're not going to eat them raw. And that's the most important part. please don't eat raw tortillas.
Don't microwave.
Whatever you do, don't do that. Oh, and I can actually move over because I had this on low and I had this on high. So, and this smells, guys. This chicken, it's so simple. It's so easy. Just dice it up the same size. Make sure it's not all wonky. Use a bigger pan. You gotta live by experience. That's all right. And just cook it. That's it.
And like he said, I'm sorry.
Go ahead.
Like he said, if you don't have a bigger pan, you can just do it in batches.
Yes. All right. So I'm cool with this heat right here because I don't want to burn the tortillas. So I will take. Let's do 3 of them.
3?
Yeah. But I hope you guys are having a good week. I hope your guys' summer. Yes, we'll do 4. Why not? I hope you guys are having a really good summer. I hope you guys are eating food that makes you happy. I know with this heat, it's hard. Me personally, I don't get hungry in the heat, and I feel like nothing's good. You know what I mean? It's too hot to eat. But when you're surrounded by fresh ingredients and fresh vegetables and just fresh things, color makes a huge difference to your day. So add color to your food. Hamburgers and pizzas, they all look the same color, brown and red. But like when you get greens and yellows and the smell of jalapeno and the smell of citrus, it changes your morale through the day. It makes you excited about what we're going to eat. So do that for yourself. It's more than just making food. It's giving yourself what you deserve, and that's like fresh food.
I'm excited.
Sorry to get all deep and everything, but
no, that's okay.
You know, that's why I do what I do, because I genuinely care about how they feel when they eat food. You know, it's important to me. So yeah, I've got my pan with a little bit of oil. I'm not the fry guy. I really don't need to fry my tortillas, but if you want to, vegetable oil or canola oil, a little bath, you get that fry on there. But we're not here to tell you to fry your food, so use a little bit of oil and just get some color on them. It's all good.
And you don't need a lot of oil to get a crisp on your tortillas either.
No. But I'm just gonna let it chill out and do that. Rosa, is there anything else on your list that you can share with us?
No, one of the things I did want to mention was how you brought up how it can be eaten as a dip or like as a salad.
Yes.
If you're more into the healthier and you want to make it more protein packed and you end up substituting shrimp instead of the chicken, you can actually use Greek yogurt instead of the sour cream, and you have like a protein packed meal.
Yes. And any sour cream substitute, whether it's yogurt, Greek yogurt, or just no sour cream at all. And if you just want to mash up that avocado with some lime or some lemon and a little bit of olive oil with salt and pepper, you can just omit all that if you really want to. But I love sour cream. It makes things brighter. It's a tart that most people they forget to include. I put sour cream in my mashed potatoes. Mm-hmm. I put sour cream in avocado. I like putting sour cream sometimes instead of like mayonnaise on your tortas. You can put the sour cream down if you don't have mayonnaise. Tried that. You know, it's all the same. So I like the way
I've done it on my tortas de jamón, the ham, cheese, and then I'll put sour cream.
Oh, bomb!
I've tried it.
Bomb. All right, well, I'm just letting these go. My pans, for some reason, are battling against me, but it's all good. And sometimes it be like that. So I'm not even going to stress on it, but we'll get there. Again, it doesn't have to be taco. It doesn't have to be an entree. It can be a snack. You can lay this out on a casserole dish and serve it at a party. You could break it all up and do meal prep for it. If you wanted to add this on a salad, you can add it on a salad. There's a lot of things you can do with these simple ingredients, and I encourage you to try these. And honestly, if there's anybody on here that would challenge themselves to make this recipe, you can find the recipe on Facebook. You can find the recipe at Ask Rosa on YouTube. Mm-hmm. And we'll start posting this on our social media. So I encourage you to try these out and use this video to help guide you to it. And maybe you can use your pans a little bit better than I did today, and it'll turn out. And
if you guys want to share your pictures with us, please do.
Yes.
Send us a picture of what you created. Maybe that's something I need to work on, is encouraging
you
people.
Should.
Yeah.
And I think like the best, I wouldn't say the best, it's not a competition, just have fun. But the best one will win something. No, that's not.
Okay, I didn't think about
but
that.
I think, honestly, I think what it is just to encourage the person next to you to do what you're doing. And it's not like a battle. There's no win or loser. Just like, hey man, I have some extra tomatoes that I'm not using. Would you mind having them? You know, connect with your neighbor. It's all good. I think I'm ready where they're at. I have a little bit of color on them, but I think
a little bit of a crisp.
a little bit of crisp. I'll give you the crispy one.
I like the crispy.
I'll take the other ones. So okay, so we got one. And Rosa, if you want to dress them up today, you can dress them up. I got some crema that you can put on the bottom. I got the chickens that you can put on there, the salsa and everything.
You want me to do yours too?
Yeah, do them all. Do them all.
All right. Do you want me to get
Here, I'll hold the plate for you.
Do I use the tongs for the chicken?
Yes.
Okay.
So, all right. See, and this is like teamwork too. So if you're ever thinking about like, oh man, I have all this extra food, hit up your neighbor or call your cousin or save it for yourself. But here at Food Link, we're all about family. We're all about connection. We're all about making sure that everybody feels included in this. So, all right. So what do you want to add next after? Would you add the crema on top?
I would do the crema.
All right. Hit it with the crema. And this is fun too for the kids. Honestly, like to get kids involved, like if you have all the stuff prepped for them and they want to throw a dollop of crema down, they can start feeling confident in themselves at the kitchen too.
I'm not gonna lie, I would probably use this whole thing just on one.
Yeah, same.
So every time I get avocado salsa, I can chug it.
You get it. So then here's the salsa, and you can add that to it. And again, this is nothing crazy, guys. This is just fresh ingredients. And I feel like this is probably the realest episode we've done because of the challenges I had today with the pans. But then again, I think I was just more excited about eating the food. But it be like that sometimes. I just love food. I love being excited about it. I feel like everybody should be excited about it. Okay, so we got the salsa on there. Let's throw some fresh avocado on there.
I'm gonna grab it with my hand.
Family style.
All right.
Just a few.
Ooh, thinly sliced.
And you can just layer it in on top. If you're the type that likes whole, you just put it on the side with a little bit of salt and pepper, and you can just eat the avocado as you take a bite, almost like you do with like peppers. And that doesn't even end it either because we also have, I'll finish the...
Okay, let me wash my hands.
Yes. We'll finish it with some fresh cilantro. And I'm just doing straight up sprigs down on them. Put this down. I'm just doing straight sprigs on them because I just love cilantro. And if you're not a fan of cilantro, you don't have to add it. But I think with these flavors and everything that's going on, I think you might want to. So here we have loaded. We're going to add a couple slices of lemon in the middle. And then we can't forget about the awesome roasted jalapenos that we roasted off with our chicken. And that's it. And let me just lean forward real quick so you guys can get a glimpse of this. There it is. And this is off of one pack of chicken breast. So it's going to be two cuts on there. And also you have more to at least make, two more? So 6 tacos. You have plenty of salsa for tomorrow, plenty of avocado. My mouth is drooling. Rosa, would you do the honors of trying one, or is it too big?
Oh, no. I'm going to try it. And Ben, I'm glad you made that comment. I'm going to go over his comment right now.
Yes.
Here. I'm just going to take it out because I know I'm going to go everywhere.
Yes. And that's honestly, and that's it. Eat fresh as much as you can. If it's frozen, don't worry about it. Just watch our videos and we'll help you get there. I'm telling you. Yeah.
Okay.
Rosa absolutely loves his part.
I love to eat.
Okay. So we got the chicken, the pico, the cilantro, the crema. Isn't it just like, I haven't tried it, but I can tell you it's probably gonna be like chicken fajitas, but a salad with the avocado.
It's a party in my mouth.
There it is. So bomb. So easy too. I mean, we've only been cooking for 30 minutes. If you have your stuff prepped, you can make this ahead of time. Just the pico. Roast the corn the day of. Throw it in there. Have your chicken diced up and marinated the day before. If you have time, you can really set yourself, this meal, you can set yourself up ready to go in your fridge, fire it off right at when you get home from work.
The corn is perfectly cooked.
Dude.
It's still a little warm, but it has a little crunch to it.
Yes.
But when you bite into it, it's like it bursts the flavor.
Yes.
Little sweetness. You have the freshness from the tomato.
Yes.
The creamy avocado and crema. It is perfect.
It's the best.
Oh, goodness.
And if it doesn't work out, you'll enjoy it either way because it's just the flavors. It's fresh. It's fresh ingredients, and that's all we want for you here at Food Link is to eat fresh as much as you can. But that's it. I'm hungry. I'm ready to get to it.
Well,
One more?
sorry, but Ben said this was too easy.
And it should be. It should be too easy. It should make you feel like I can do this. And if you feel like you can do this, then I guarantee you can do this. That easy.
I'm glad he said that because for our next video.
Yes. And I'm just, for everybody that's here next month, we're going to jump into doing an entree. And I'm going to show you guys how to make a seasonal risotto. And we're going to sear some scallops. And we're probably going to make a sauce with it because now that I'm showing you these easy ones, I want you to see how to make a challenging dish. And it's not as challenging as you think. We're going to make a fresh vegetable stock out of our scraps. I'm going to show it to you, and we're probably going to do it in 30 minutes too. So, I mean, who knows? Maybe
now,
not.
remember, even if it's a challenge, it's still going to be something you can do at home.
Yes, and prep time is included in this. So I'm going to show you guys where most of our episodes were already prepped out. This next one, I'm going to show you from start to finish, from the prep to the finish, and it's going to open your eyes on how easy it is.
This was great.
Well, that's it. That's all we got for you. I'm Chef Sam.
Thanks, guys. I'm Rosa.
Thanks for tuning in. Again, if you need questions, ask Rosa. Hit me up on Quick Tips, YouTube. You can follow us on Instagram. You can find us anywhere. We love you guys. See you next month. Eat fresh.